This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Thursday, May 18th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Yulia Koma is one of 9 Ukrainian scholars that Purdue University invited to the West Lafayette campus to continue their studies when war erupted in their home country. She says she considers Indiana like a second home now for her family and hopes to complete her PhD at Purdue.
It was very difficult to change your life, but when you understand that you need to change your life to keep your family safe, you can change your life. Because our life is very important. This opportunity means a lot for me. And it is a great honor to be a part of such a great scientific community. So I believe that this is a great opportunity to allow the exchange of knowledge and scientific experiments. And I hope it will be mutually beneficial.
She is continuing her research in Purdue's McAdam Lab, which studies the evolution of plant water use and drought tolerance. Fishers-based FormStack, which raised a state record $425 million growth investment in late 2021, eliminated a significant percentage of its workforce yesterday. A specific number was not announced, but multiple people who said they were among those laid off said on social media the company reduced its headcount by 40%. The laid-off employees' LinkedIn posts indicate that the cuts spanned multiple departments at FormStack, including marketing, public relations, human resources, customer service, sales, and product design. A BP subsidiary will pay a $40 million penalty and invest $197 million in upgrades to control releases of benzene and other contaminants at its Whiting refinery. A federal complaint accused BP of breaking rules limiting benzene in refinery wastewater streams and emissions of hazardous and volatile air contaminants. The EPA described the penalty as the largest ever under the Clean Air Act for pollution from a structure. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana, it's time to get revved up. Inside Indiana Business is going racing. We'll be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the month of May and take you inside the business of motorsports, from gasoline alley to high-tech race shops to small-town dirt tracks. We'll explore what fuels a billion-dollar industry in the state. Join the entire Inside Indiana Business team from the world's greatest race course for Business at the Brickyard, brought to you by Purdue University. It's checkered flag coverage you won't want to miss.
A Bloomington manufacturer argued before the Indiana Supreme Court yesterday that it was unfairly forced to modify building plans for a new warehouse, claiming Duke Energy Indiana took part of its land without compensation.
The dispute began nearly a decade ago when plans from Bellwether Properties to build a new warehouse were stymied by Duke Energy's overhead power lines and the 10-foot wide easement over the property. The National Electrical Safety Code requires that when constructing a new building of a certain size near an electrical transmission line of a given voltage, the builder must ensure there is a 12.5-foot horizontal clearance between the line and the structure. That meant Bellwether could not build within 12.5 feet of the power line, requiring the company to reduce the size of the planned warehouse. The Monroe Circuit Court ruled in favor of Bellwether, but that was overturned by the Indiana Court of Appeals, which determined the economic impact to the Bellwether property was minimal, noting that the new warehouse had to be resized by only 150 square feet. Bellwether then petitioned the Indiana Supreme Court to accept jurisdiction over the case. Justices heard arguments on Wednesday, but there's no timeline for when a decision will be made. For Inside Indiana Business Radio, I'm Mason King.
Indianapolis-based not-for-profit Public Advocates in Community Reentry, or PACE, is launching a workforce development program for individuals impacted by the criminal justice system in Marion County. The 9-week Launching Your Career program is designed to help participants learn necessary hard and soft skills in order to receive better employment opportunities. A major part of the program includes participation in Connexus Indiana's Catapult program, which is designed to provide training for careers in the advanced manufacturing industry. PACE Executive Director Rhiannon Edwards said the program will give participants a chance to truly take advantage of their second chance. The River Ridge Development Authority has approved a resolution it says will simplify efforts to redevelop develop the portion of the former Indiana Army ammunition plant in Charlestown that makes up part of the River Ridge Commerce Center. RRDA Executive Director Jerry Acey says the partnership streamlines the approval process for future development projects by aligning the business park's development requirements with the city's zoning ordinances.
What this partnership boils down to is if we approve a development plan in the Charlestown area, then it totally complies with the zoning ordinances that they have in place. And it makes for permitting and getting projects, off the shelf a lot smoother, and it goes a lot faster. So it's really a fast process.
AC said River Ridge has about $14 million in infrastructure work underway to support future development in the Charlestown portion of the business park. Indiana Destination Development Corporation CEO Elaine Beadle is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.